Hello, everyone, and welcome to the St. Francis Prep Virtual College Fair. We're very excited to have you here participating this evening. We do have some fantastic schools with us today, and my name is Clarissa, and I will be helping facilitate this session. Before we do get started, there are a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. There's also a Q&A button feature where you guys can ask questions to the presenters at any time. And if you do have a question for a specific school, be sure to mention them within your question. This is also just one of many sessions happening. There's an additional hour right after this, so go back out to the schedule and check out what is available. This presentation is also being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/SFP. Now, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our first institution, which is St. John's University.
Hi there. All right, I am just going to share my screen right here for 1 second, get us in presenter mode. All right, oops, scroll through, pretend you didn't see that there. All right, hi everyone, my name is Jill and I'm an admission counselor here at St. John's. Today, I'm just going to go over a little bit about what St. John's has to offer you as an incoming student and a little bit about our application process. Alrighty. Okay, so here I like to say is the snapshot or the overview of St. John's University. We have 7 campuses. Our main campus is here in Queens, New York. We also have our campus in Staten Island, Manhattan, and then we have 3 campuses abroad in Rome, Paris, and Limerick, Ireland. We are a Catholic Vincentian school. We also have a student to faculty ratio of 17 to 1 with about 17,000 students enrolled. So we are considered a medium to large size institution, but we still do have small intimate classroom sizes to make that one-on-one education really possible. I always just like to show here some pictures of our campuses. Although we are located in one of the 5 boroughs, we do have that traditional style campus, so you do get the best of both worlds. We also have over 100 majors and programs to choose from. Some of our most popular majors are accounting, business, pharmacy, psychology, and criminal justice, but we do have over 100 different programs to choose from. Feel free to check out any of our programs on our website. It goes into all of the facts and classes that you would be taking for each major that we offer at St. John's. I always just like to touch on living on campus. Although most students from prep are usually commuting, we do offer the chance for students to live on campus. Though we are a majority commuter school, so don't feel like you'll be left out if you are not living on campus. We do have a huge commuter hub, and it really allows for our students to have a great college experience, even if they might not be living on campus. So I always like to just point out here that we do have some study abroad opportunities. As I had mentioned, we do have campuses in Rome, Paris, and Limerick, Ireland. This allows our students to study in these countries, and all of your scholarship and financial aid does go over with you, which makes studying abroad really affordable and possible. We also are a Division I school, so we do have 17 Division I sports. We play for the Big East Conference. For our men's basketball games, we play half of our games at Carnesecca Arena on our Queens campus and half of them at Madison Square Garden in New York City. We also have club and intramural level sports as well, so there's still stuff for students to get involved with if they don't want to play on the Division I level. We also offer over 180 student organizations, so there really is something for everybody to get involved with, whether that be about music or cultural clubs. We also have a carnival and a winter carnival. Each year we have esports. So there's really something for everybody to get involved with. Also, since we are located in Queens, New York, a lot of our students do a lot of fun things inside Manhattan. We also have a campus concierge, which helps you get Broadway show tickets to sporting events, different food festivals, concerts. So it's really awesome to be able to do fun things in New York City at an affordable college student price. As for job and internship opportunities, up on the screen are just a couple of different companies that our students have had internships with: Deloitte, Facebook, HBO, the FBI. We have a huge alumni network at St. John's, about 190,000 living alumni. So they're always coming back and looking for St. John's students to fill their roles. And again, our location is pretty prime, that we're only 35 minutes outside of Midtown Manhattan, which makes it super easy for our students to have internships during the fall and spring semesters as well. And then just to touch briefly on the application process, We are on the Common App and also have a St. John's application, whatever is easier for the student to use to apply. It is free to apply to St. John's, which is awesome. We do have a few different admission plans. We offer early decision, early action, and rolling admission. I usually encourage students to apply early action, which means if you apply by December 1st, you'll usually hear back from us by January 15th. With that being said, we are test optional, so you do not have to submit test scores in order to be admitted to St. John's. We will be looking at your high school transcript, the classes that you took while at St. Francis Prep. If you would like to submit test scores, you are more than welcome to do so, but again, it is not required. And then I always encourage students to use optional or submit optional material, which is your 250-word essay, and then also your letters of recommendation. I also just will briefly say that once you apply to St. John's, you'll automatically be reviewed for your merit scholarship. We also offer financial aid as well, which makes us a super affordable private college. I always just like to end off here with my contact information. I am the rep for St. Francis Prep. So if you have any questions throughout your time during the college process, feel free to just email me. We also have campus tours available Monday through Saturday and in-person open house. So it's a great time for you to come see campus, talk to different students and programs. And yeah, that's really the overview. Thanks for letting me share a little bit about St. John's with you guys.
Thank you, St. John's, for that presentation. Up next, we have St. Anselm College.
Awesome. My name is Matt. I'm a recent alum, graduated in May from St. Anselm College. We're a small Catholic liberal arts school in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I'm about to show a little presentation to you all. So thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. All good with the presentation?
That's
Awesome.
great.
All right. Awesome. So as I said, this is St. Anselm College in Manchester, New Hampshire, a small liberal arts Catholic Benedictine institution of about 2,000 students. So let's get going. So there are 10 hallmarks of the Benedictine education, which we like to we really pride ourselves here at St. A's. As you can see here, love, discipline, prayer, humility, stability, stewardship, conversatio, hospitality, obedience, and community. So those are incredibly important to us and all that we do on campus. And you can really see that in the classroom, outside of the classroom, and even outside in the community. So very important things for us. So as I said, we have around 2,000, currently around 2,015 students enrolled from all around the country. As you can see, the states that are in blue are the ones where we currently have students. So 33 states and 9 different countries we have students enrolled from. So it is very exciting. So I'd say around 94% in total live on campus, which it makes for a really good college experience. As I said, the community is really important. 97% of first years live on campus and 92% live all 4 years. So that is a big perk that I believe for St. A's. So I like to say that we're really close to absolutely everything. 3 miles from downtown Manchester, which is one of the most diverse cities in the Northeast. Actually, our local high school speaks 85 different languages. So that just goes to show how diverse and our community really is. 57 miles from Boston, can get there in about 45 minutes, and 106 miles from Providence, Rhode Island, and 253 from New York City. So all in all, very close to everything. And also I like to throw in there about an hour from the beach and an hour away from the mountains. So it is a really good spot if you're looking for the best of both worlds. So at St. A's, it's a smaller college. You know, as it's a liberal arts college, there's a core curriculum that goes beyond your major that you are currently in. So we have 11 core outcomes, most of which you can gear towards your major if you wish, which we find that freedom of choice really important. As it says there, the diversity of electives. One class that everyone does take, however, is the Conversatio program, which is for all first-year students as they get, acclimated to the school. It is a humanities-based class, and it really gives people the foundation of who we are as a liberal arts institution. I think something that really goes a long way is the small class size and the faculty to staff ratio. For example, I don't think I ever had a class more than 25 and less than 10. So it's that perfect mix where you're really able to get to know other people while still having that good relationship with your professor. And they really care about your development personally and in the classroom. So that really goes a long way. We have many, many majors and many minors that can go along with it. I'd say our most popular two majors are politics and nursing. Politics just due to our location in New Hampshire and our fantastic Institute of Politics, which we have on campus, and nursing due to our proximity to Boston and our faculty who are very experienced and have worked in many different places with many different people. So you get an advisor, which they can put you on the best track for the career that you want. And so there's a lot of choice, and a lot of people come in undecided, and some people come in, or come in thinking one thing and then take a couple core classes and then come out doing a completely different thing. So there are plenty of options here. It can be daunting at first to see all of them, but it really goes a long way in your personal development. There is no shortage of opportunities outside of campus. For example, service. We are very immersed in the Manchester community, as we are partnered with 50+ volunteer organizations, as well as internships. So 71%, no matter what major you are, people usually think business or something like that. However, most majors that get involved in some internship in one form or the other. And so 71% complete at least one internship. And then study abroad is huge. We have a campus in Orvieto, Italy, where you be all with St. students and St. faculty in Italy, which is a very cool experience. And as well as many other programs as well, which have taken people to Australia, Thailand, and all over Europe. So that was off campus. On campus, as I said, it is the home to a lot of, it is a backdrop for a lot of politics, especially in the primaries. We actually host one of the debates every 4 years for the primary, whether it be the Republican or the Democratic debate, depends on the year. We are a hub of athletics. For a small school, you wouldn't really expect a school to have that, put that much into their athletic programs. However, we are usually finished towards the top of the standings in most of our Division II sports, and we're Division I for women's hockey. And this year we're in the same conference as Northeastern, Yale, Harvard, Brown, Dartmouth, et cetera. So athletics are really important on campus. And even if athletics aren't totally your thing, we have plenty of clubs to keep you busy along the way. So that's what we do here on campus. Just the last thing I'm going to go over, job security is really important for a lot of people, especially now. In our thanks to our internship program, a lot of people have no problem getting jobs. So here are a few things where people end up after. Real quick, I know I have to wrap it up real quick, but obviously I can go over this, individually, but here are some of our application plans, deadlines, and averages, et cetera. Same thing with financial aid. All right, so thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me. Sorry, I had to wrap up the end a little quickly. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But that's Anselm College, so thank you so much.
Thank you, St. Anselm, for your presentation. Up next, we have Western New England University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Smith. I'm the International and Domestic Admissions Counselor for Western New England University. I'm so excited to have you here today. So let me just get into full view. All right, here we go. So Western New England is located in Springfield, Massachusetts. We're about an hour and a half from Boston, 2.5 hours away from New York City if you hit traffic at just the right time. I have taken it 3.5 hours, but still a really good college distance. This is a snapshot of all of the statistics that maybe you are looking at from a broader view when you're starting your college search. So we are a small private institution, 2,600 undergraduate students. What that means for your class sizes is that you're looking at about 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. The largest classes that you're going to have are about 30 students your freshman year in gen eds, just some of those larger classes that have to get everybody. But once you progress through your career, you're going to be looking at classroom sizes between 8 and 12 people in your class. We do have 21 Division III sports, which I will get to later, as well as 40 undergraduate programs across 4 colleges. Those colleges are the College of Arts and Sciences, College of Business, College of Engineering, And then we also do have a College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, as well as a School of Law. And these are all of our combined degree programs where you can accelerate your education into a master's degree or a doctoral degree, depending on what your field is that you're looking at. Here are just a list of the here are the list of the 21 Division III varsity sports that we have. Our one notable thing is that our football team has actually won the last 5 conference championships. So that's something that for any football players out there, we would love to hear from you, but really from any sport, we are looking to grow our programs, and we're very, very successful in that case. How we also do have, with our small student population, we're able to provide a lot of different student support services. This includes a first-year program, student success centers, student accessibility services, as well as a career center. So all of these services are here to make sure that you're not slipping through the crack in your first year at college. It's already going to be, a new experience, maybe a little bit overwhelming if you are living far away from home for the first time and you're in a new state and you're trying to adjust. Western New England is here to make that transition as easy as possible. So one of the other ways that we support our students is that we offer a 4U comprehensive advising model. One of the things that made us implement this model is that we found that while we had services available to students, if students weren't reaching out or didn't know about these services, then they weren't being taken advantage of. With our 4U comprehensive advising model, students are automatically assigned and will be reached out to by their faculty advisor, by their university advisor, by their career advisor, and by their peer advisor. So the faculty and career advisor are pretty self-explanatory in the name. Faculty will help you get through your curriculum and shape it to the way that you want it to be. Your career advisor is to help you get an internship or job, whether it's in school or outside of school. Over 80% of Western New England students have an internship at least once throughout their 4 years, not because it's required, because a lot of students really just want that experience, and our faculty members in Career Center are doing a really good job of hooking our students up with those opportunities. The university advisor is a catch-all. So if you don't know where to start for a question, you can always start with your university advisor, and they help you make sure that you're on track. Your living situation is up to your standards, and they help you register for courses. Your peer advisor is a upperclassman student to help you socially transition to Western New England. So if you have questions like, what dorm should I live in, or what professors should I take, or how is this class, your peer advisor is there to help you along the way. We also have student involvement, so over 70 clubs and organizations. Western New England actually offers programming or events on campus every single Friday and Saturday night between 8 and 10 p.m. So even though we're in the 3rd largest city in Massachusetts, everything that you need is right on campus or about a mile off of campus. We also have study abroad opportunities. This is based on what you want your experience to look like. So we have had students go away to a different country for a full year. We've had them go for a half year. We've had them go for 2 weeks in alternative spring break, as well as over summer sessions if they're looking to do an internship overseas. These are just a few of the countries that we've had students visit, but really the choice is up to you of where you want to go. A little bit about the application process. So this is we are extremely flexible with our application process. This right here on the screen is all that you need. So your application, a high school transcript up through junior year is all we require. SATs and ACT scores are optional. The personal essay that goes along with the Common App and letters of recommendation are also optional. If you've taken any honors classes, AP courses, or dual enrollment, we add 10% to that grade. So let's say you've gotten a B in honors pre-calc, we see that as an A, which is great because we also offer guaranteed merit scholarships that range between $12,000 and $24,000 per year. So if we do a GPA recalculation and your GPA is higher than what's actually listed on your transcript, you're more likely to get a higher merit scholarship. There are a couple other scholarships that we have for our seniors. Our early action scholarship is on November 1st. You get an additional $2,000 per year, as well as social justice scholarship, which is for applied majors to criminal justice, political science, and law and society. Here's a quick timeline. Again, we're rolling after November 1st. You can visit us either on campus for our open houses or at this website. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Western New England, for your presentation. As a reminder to our participants, if you guys have questions for any of the institutions you are hearing from today, definitely don't hesitate to drop those into the Q&A down below. Up next, we have Seton Hall University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Audrey Annan, and I'm the admissions counselor at Seton Hall University. So I'm just going to start sharing my screen. Okay. So Seton Hall University is a mid-sized Catholic institution in South Orange, New Jersey, with about 6,200 undergrad students. So we have about 10,000 students in total. This just gives you a little breakdown of like the diversity. We are more females than males, which tends to be common. We have students from 50 states and over 70 countries represented. So we are a very diverse institution. Okay, so as a student at Seton Hall, you do get personal attention because even though we are mid-sized school, our average classroom size is 21. And for a freshman class, it tends to be around 15. Student to faculty ratio is 14:1. And as a student, you do get close faculty mentorship. We do have graduate assistants, but they're very minimal and they tend to just help you and be their support system rather than people teaching you. Okay, so at Seton Hall, we have over 90 academic programs. So we have all of these different colleges and schools. So at the College of Arts and Science, you can get a major in biology, math, computer science. When it comes to the School of Diplomacy and International Relations, you get your degree in international relations, social justice along those lines. For the School of Business, obviously you could get your degree in finance, marketing, administration. And then we have College of Nursing. You get your degree, your nursing degree from there. We also have the College of Education and Human Services, College of Communication and Arts. So if you're interested in fine arts, that's where most of your classes would be and where your advisor and faculty would be from. And then we also have the Seton Hall Law School. If you want to get a graduate degree in law, you can attend there. And then we also have School of Health and Medical Sciences. So anyone interested in physical therapy, physician assistant programs, that's where most of your classes would be. And we also have the School of Theology if you're interested in seminary or theology. Okay, so as a student at Seton Hall, you do get hands-on learning. You have the opportunity to conduct research with your faculty. We also have study abroad programs. They could either be a semester long or just over a short break. As a Catholic institution, community service is very important. So we do encourage all students to participate in some form of community service. We also have the school newspaper and radio station if you're interested in that, and theater production. As part of the Stillman School of Business, we do have a market research center. We do have mock trading rooms. So as a business student, you do get to use all of these resources that are available. We also have clinical learning labs and behavioral labs for students that are interested in the health sciences and clinical sciences. That's where you start out your simulation labs and clinical rotations. We are only 14 miles from New York City, and we do have a train station right up off campus, so it's easy to have access into the city. We do offer career services. So as a student of Seton Hall, you do get to meet with a career advisor who would make sure that you're who would help you with your internship applications, help you with your resume writing, prep you for interviews, and they do post out different internship opportunities that are available. So students are currently 93% of students are either employed or in graduate school 6 months after graduation from Seton Hall. So campus life at Seton Hall. We do have over 150 student clubs and organizations. 26 of those are Greek organizations. So if you're interested in sorority and being a part of a fraternity or sorority, that's your opportunity. We do host weekly events on campus, so you don't feel that you're bored and you don't have to go home just to keep your entertained. We do have 14 Division I athletic teams. We're part of the Big East Conference, but we also have club and intramural sports. So if you don't want the stress of being a D1 athlete, you do get the opportunity to still play the sports that you're interested in without the stress. Students do have the opportunity to live on campus. We have 6 residence halls and 2 apartment buildings. About 80% of freshmen live on campus, and then 50% of our total students. Okay, so as a private institution, tuition might be a little bit high, but we do offer merit-based scholarships. So those are based on your GPA and or SAT score. Does not require an application. Once you apply to the school, we check to see which merit scholarship you're eligible for. But we do also offer special scholarships, which would require you to actually apply to those, and those have a deadline of January 15th. Okay, so the application process, so we do have 4 different application deadlines. We have early action 1, early action 2, regular decision 1, and regular decision 2. As part of your application to Seton Hall, it's mostly, you can apply either on the Common App or the Seton Hall website. We need an essay, letter of recommendation, and your transcript. Teachers, a recommendation from your teacher and your counselor, and then we are test optional, so you can either choose to submit your SAT or ACT. That's up to you. Our average GPA for last year was about a 3.6, SAT was about a 1280, and ACT was about a 28. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. You can, we are doing on campus open houses and campus tours, so you can just go onto the website to if you'd like to schedule a tour. And here is my contact information for anyone who has any questions. And oh, sorry.
Thank you very much, Seton Hall. Up next, we have Xavier University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dan Sarmiento. I am the Regional Recruitment Director of Admission for Xavier University, and we are located in Cincinnati, Ohio. And you might be wondering, wait a second, Ohio? But the thing is, we actually also participate in the Big East competition. So St. John's and Seton Hall, we're coming after you. But yes, we are D1 sports, but I'll get to that a little bit later. We are a Jesuit institution, so we are very much all about being a person for others, really building a supportive community. And if you know a little Latin, cura personalis, care for the whole person. So that is something that is very important and that we hold very near and dear to our mission. We are a very diverse group of students. Actually, most of our students come from outside of Ohio. So if you think we're a Midwest school that only has students from Ohio or the Midwest, that's not true. But another factor I like is the fact that a good 40, I think it's up now, but definitely over 40% of the students in a given year that come for their freshman year are the only students from their high school to come to Xavier. And what that tells us is that we are getting the students who really want to strike out on their own, who want to see the world and do something different, right? They're looking at their classmates and they're just kind of seeing what's the trends, and they're like, you know what, I want to be me, I want to figure it out. And that actually feeds in to the electricity on campus. It energizes the student body because everybody is similar, right? Everybody's just wanting to dive in. So those are, you're going to be thrown a lot of numbers, but those are 2 that I definitely want you to kind of keep in mind when it comes to that. And then again, campus life, we are about 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. Freshmen and sophomores are required to live on campus. As you can see, they're having good times. Parents, I'm banking that yes, maybe the dorm rooms of the young women are this clean. I'm not sure about young men, but we'll see. And then let's see here, next screen here. Like I mentioned, we are D1 sports. Same thing though, if you don't want to participate in the D1 athletic program, that definitely there are a lot of opportunities with our club sports and intramural sports and doing different things like that. We're hoping to get back to this kind of scene soon by filling our Seton Center. And then when it comes to student life, like on campus, we have 170 different clubs and organizations. And I always challenge students to try and see if there isn't something they like. So there's always plenty to do. But then we also have downtown Cincinnati. So if you want to buy an expensive slice of pizza, or you want to go to a show, or you want to go to some professional sports games, definitely Cincinnati adds and enhances the student life opportunities for the student body. But in addition to all of that, Cincinnati is home to a number of Fortune 500 companies and organizations, and is also very, as a whole, Cincinnati is very focused on healthcare. So at Xavier, our top majors are in the business field, and then nursing is actually one of our top programs. And so when it comes to having that connection with Cincinnati only being about less than a 10-minute drive away, students have access to these internships, to clinicals, to kind of like shadowing opportunities. So there's definitely that access there. And then if you're thinking about also coming back home to New York, or you want to go try the West Coast, we also have outreach in terms of our career services for looking in those areas. As I mentioned, here are some of our more popular majors. Again, nursing, business, exploratory. Some of you may be wondering what exploratory means. And that is our way of looking at undecided. We found that undecided kind of sometimes brings with it a less than positive connotation. And we basically want the students to, if they haven't figured things out yet, we want them to explore their interests, right? We want them to explore what they may like in their first couple of years and then determine a major, right? So it's not necessarily that they're undecided, it's just they haven't had a chance to really look and research and see what's out there. So that's why when you're looking at Xavier material and if you see this exploratory word, that's what that means, right? Similar to what many of my colleagues have mentioned, since we're all kind of smaller schools, we are committed to your success. And so we have a very comprehensive support and resource for students. So you can see from peer mentors to academic advisors to career coaches. So we have that there. And then one of the things that we also pride ourselves on is that, again, here's more numbers, but one of the things I like to highlight is that 93% of the students by the time they graduate have said that they have enjoyed their experience education-wise and other at Xavier. So that continues to push us to try and make up that 7%, but we know we're doing a good job. We are a rolling admission school, but for scholarships, nursing, in FAFSA, you want to get that in by December 1. And then if you have questions more about applying, here's my contact info. I'm going to put it on the chat, but definitely you have a link there to my email address and a link to get on our mailing list. Or if you want me to know that you kind of came and saw me present tonight for the quick 6 minutes, and I'm done. Okay.
Thank you very much, Xavier University. Our final institution for this session is the Catholic University of America.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Catherine Feiner. I'm the Senior Associate Dean of Admission at the Catholic University of America, and I'm really excited to talk to you this evening. I work primarily with students in the New York City area, and I've been reading applications for students from New York City for the past 10 years. So I know your school really well, and I'm excited to work with you throughout this process. Just to give you a little bit of a breakdown on Catholic University, we are a small to medium size, obviously Catholic institution located in Washington, D.C. We have about 3,100 undergraduate students, which again makes us a small to medium-sized school. And about 80% of our student population does self-identify as Catholic. We're certainly welcoming to students of all faith backgrounds. You don't have to be Catholic to go here, but it is a big part of our identity and who we are as an institution. Even though we're located in a major metropolitan area, we have a 176-acre campus, making us the largest physical campus in Washington, D.C. So especially for students in your area coming from a very large city, but living slightly outside of the downtown area, it's going to be very familiar to what you're used to. Our average class size is about 19 students. So again, that small to medium-sized institution, a lot of our students are really looking for. Let's see. Go. So as many of my colleagues already spoke about, there's a lot to do on our campuses, and here at Catholic University, that's no different. A little different than some of the other schools. We are an NCAA Division III school. And we have 25 men's and women's sports teams. So depending on what you're looking to do in terms of athletics, there's lots of opportunities here as well. And we have a lot of clubs and organizations, but we also have a really strong focus on service. Service is not required for students, but a lot of our students are really passionate about service and like getting involved in that. So of course I mentioned Washington, D.C. You can see kind of in the top right-hand corner, there's a blue arrow that's pointing to a stop. This is our metro map, and the metro is our version of the subway here in D.C. And this just gives you kind of a sense of where we're located in the city. So we're sort of in the northeast section of the city, but we're on the red line, which is a great line. In just 3 stops, you can be at Union Station. That's where you can get the Amtrak. And if you hop on an Amtrak train, you'll be in New York City in about 3.5 4 hours. So really easily accessible. But that also brings you downtown to, whether you're looking for an internship opportunity, just spending time at a museum, going to the White House, going to the monuments. There's so much to do in DC, and the Metro really gives our students access to all of that. Speaking of internships, we have a really fantastic center for academic and career success. So from the first time you schedule classes as a freshman to when you're looking for internship opportunities to when you're looking for a job after graduation or applying to graduate school, all of that is centered around one office because we want to make sure that you have a seamless transition from the very start all the way through graduation. So it's a list of some of the internships our students have participated in. Of course, politics is really popular being in Washington, D.C., but we have so many other industries available for students here in the D.C. area. These are a listing of our colleges. We have 9 colleges that serve undergraduate students, everything from business to architecture to music, drama, and art, to our Conway School of Nursing, which is a direct entry nursing program. So there's lots of different programs to choose from, and students are encouraged to major and minor in different areas as well. You're not limited to focusing in on just one area. Beyond our undergraduate schools, we have a lot of other opportunities as well. One being studying abroad. Sorry, I got it's clicking beyond my control here. Since I'm here, I'll talk about scholarship opportunities. There we go. That's working. Wasting my time here. Our application review process, like many of the other institutions mentioned, pretty straightforward. We are a test blind institution, and that is a permanent change. We're not going backwards, so we're not going to be switching back to test optional or requiring test scores. We do a really comprehensive review of your academic record at the time of admission, so we're not looking at those test scores. And also, Catholic University does not charge an application fee, so if you're looking to apply, we are a common application exclusive school, and our next application deadline is November 1st. That's the early action deadline. You're automatically considered for scholarships when you apply to Catholic University. We do have a parish scholarship as well. So if you're a member of a Catholic parish, you can apply for that. It's an additional $4,000 annual scholarship. So beyond, learning a little bit about us today, I'd highly encourage you to sign up for an interview or come to campus. We have an upcoming open house on October 23rd, and we've been offering campus tours throughout the summer and into the fall. So pretty much 5 days a week and many Saturdays, we're offering information sessions and campus tours. So I definitely encourage you to do that. You can also follow us on all these social media sites. Our social media team is really great at posting a lot of information information. And if you would like to sign up for an interview with me, I'm just going to drop a link in the chat with all of my calendar information. So if you want to sign up for one of those, feel free to do so. We can talk more one-on-one and learn more about Catholic. Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for joining us today. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we would appreciate any feedback you could provide to us. We also encourage you to check back the schedule and sign up for more sessions. There is an additional hour up next. And as I mentioned earlier, the session was recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/SFP. Again, thank you for joining us and have a great evening.